Good evening, wonderful people, great dear friends, wherever you are on the face of this very planet. We welcome you to a very special broadcast, a very special address from my humble self this very day, the 30th day of May in the year of our Most High Elohim Chukwu Biama Purumi Yanine 2020, with the time now standing at approximately, I should say, 3 minutes past 7 p.m. in the land of Biafra, and the same number of minutes past the top of the hour, regardless of where you are domiciled. I welcome you, and on behalf of the marvelous family of IPOB all over the world, I welcome you also, and I will encourage you to welcome all those who are around you, because today is a very special day in the history of our people. On this very day, 53 years ago, our indisputable and ultimate leader for eternity, the Chukwemeka Odimegwu Juku, acting under the divine instruction of Elohim, instituted and proclaimed the restoration of Biafra. That very day we have chosen as a very pivotal date in the history of our people, and for us in this very era, a day of remembrance, a day of mourning of all those that passed in that very terrible conflict that I call the Third World War, not minding anything that may have transpired in the past, not being shackled by the limitations of the conspiracy of those that have always maintained that we cannot survive. We have continued ceaselessly and remorselessly to pursue the restoration of the kingdom of heaven upon the face of this very earth, and that is Biafra. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because for some it is your morning, for some it is your middle of the night, for some it is your evening. For some people, like those in Australia and New Zealand, it is the very early hours of the next day. I welcome you. Make sure you bring your pen and paper with you, because this night, although we shall be a bit brief, we are going to cover as many critical issues as possible. And I will also ask you to get your friends and your neighbors, gather them around you, that they may partake in this very epistle this evening. Our enemies are not relenting, they're working very hard, but that is not going to deter or stop us. We are going to continue relentlessly until Biafra is restored in our time. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, and by the very special grace of Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra, we have come that that which has been prophesied may come to fruition. Before we proceed, we are going to pray as always. And this evening, if you don't have your pen and paper ready with you, you are going to miss a lot, because a lot of the things that I'm going to say are very, very important. They are historical facts which we must note for posterity, because I will not return to this ever again. I will not. We must proceed this evening, not minding anything our enemies are doing, because we will always be under immense attack from Facebook, from all the workers of iniquity, and all those who do not like freedom. They will do all they can to stop us, but they can never, ever succeed. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever, because we have come to do that which we have been mandated to do, and Elohim is on our side, and we are going to prevail. We must prevail, and we need to pray. Very, very important, please. Indeed, we trust, O Elohim, on this very special day that only you have made, that we remember your sons and your daughters that perished that we may live, those who sacrificed their lives to protect their children, to protect their families, to protect their loved ones, to protect their nation, Biafra. It is unto thee that we repose every trust. You will not allow this generation that they fought for to be put to shame. You will not allow our enemies to triumph over us. For no one hopes in you and ever come out in shame. But shame shall encompass all of them who are treacherous. Shame shall be the portion of all the saboteurs, both dead and living. Shame shall become and will be the portion of those that persecute your children. You will show us your way, for we are nothing without thee. You will teach us your paths. You will guide us in your truth. You will teach us, O Elohim, because you are Chukwokika Biama, our Savior and our Redeemer, and our hope is in you and you alone. Every day, every morning, every night, we ceaselessly call upon your holy name, that you may have mercy upon us, that your love and your grace may abide within us. Do not remember the sins of our youth. Do not remember the sins of our fathers and our ancestors. Do not count our rebellious ways against us. According to your love, O Elohim, please have mercy upon us and give us Biafra in our time. For we are upright in thy word. For we are guided by the instructions you have laid down in your commandments, that sin may not have any hold over us. Come and guide us in your humble way and teach us to be that which you have destined us to become. For we have no other God apart from thee. We have no other creator apart from thee. For the sake of your name, not for anything that we may have done, not for any righteousness that we may have possessed. Elohim, forgive us our iniquity and have mercy upon us. Grant us, Biafra, in our time, that your name may be exalted, that your name may be praised, that your name, O Elohim, may be lifted up above every other name, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, Mama Dregi Chineke. Mama Dregi Chineke. We have come to preach the gospel of heaven. We have come that the truth may prevail. We have come that the enemies of Biafra may flee. We have come that this very gospel of truth may be propagated to the ends of the earth. We have come that darkness may flee and light will come in. It doesn't matter what our enemies do. We remain committed. We remain resolute. We remain dedicated to this very cause of the restoration of Biafra. We are unbuyable. We are unbribable. You cannot intimidate us. You cannot frighten us away from this very cause we have embarked upon. There is nothing the enemy can do. Darkness, as I keep saying, cannot prevail over light, and this very day will bring you light. We must proceed because we only have roughly 2 hours this evening. But always remember that our enemies are numerous, and they will do everything they can within their powers, both morally and immorally, to try to dissuade us, to try to get us not to pursue that which we have been born to do, which is to restore Biafra, nothing more, nothing else. not to own mansions, not to own flashy cars, not to own choice properties in the busiest and the biggest cities you have in the zoo. We have not come to do any of that. We have not come to serve the Janjaweed. We have not come to serve Alamajiri. We have not come to bow before any of them. We have not come that we may become frightened of what they may or may not be capable of doing. We have come to do that which is right before man on this earth and to go in heaven. That is why we must prevail. It doesn't matter what they do. Regardless of what they do, we must prevail. This is Radio Biafra. We are live and we are direct. I am not Aisha's boyfriend in Asarok. Neither am I the dead Jubril. I am not Buhari either. I am Nnamdi Kanu and I lead IPOB. And I will lead this movement until Biafra is restored. And as I keep saying, if we work diligently hard between now and the end of the year, Biafra will come. Others may want to go and claim glory for what they did not work for, but they are wasting their time. Because our people are sensible, they are reasonable, they are intelligent, they are discerning. You know the criminals when they come. BBC will assemble them today, with the exception of our sister, Onyeko Nwenu, assembled a gang of thieves, a gang of criminals, people that lie through their teeth. This evening, I will decimate them. I don't believe in giving people undue publicity on this platform, but since they have gone on to lie against me, to lie with my name, I will destroy them completely and totally. But in their next life, when they hear IPOB, they will run and they will take cover. This very day, we remember those that died, that we may live, those who fought, that Biafra will be restored, and that land kept. Else all of you would have been like a makeover by now. You'll be serving Janjaweed. You have a spot on your forehead. You'll be worshiping a God that our ancestors never knew. You will live probably in Abuja, in Lagos, talking nonsense all the time about one Nigeria. Your life would have been hopeless. As the Janjaweed are coming into our land, you have been busy gathering rubbish as they always do, as all the traitors do, as all the saboteurs do. That's what they have always done, and that's what they'll continue to do. But we are here. I will say the whole man to speak the truth that the whole world may bear us witness. Those that paid the ultimate price in various battlefields across Biafra land, they died. That what is happening today may not happen. It is a shame that those of them in America have been taken away by the sweetness of oversized hamburger, have decided to forget where they come from. We have come that very promise of a truly free and independent Biafra will be brought to bear in our time. Biafra was the only country to attempt genuine independence out of Africa. Every other country you see in Africa, what they have is flag independence, with the exception of South Africa. They only have flag to signify their independence, but in actual fact, in their day-to-day transactions of governance, they are not independent. That is why they go begging anytime they are affected by even the most inconsequential of diseases. They fly to Europe and to America. They cannot reason. They cannot sustain their economies. What did our job 53 years ago was to bring genuine freedom into Africa. It is very sad and unfortunate that it was the same Africans who conspired against him and made sure that the will of Harold Wilson prevailed, that the will of British neo-colonialists and their agents in Janjaweed, with the help of a few Yoruba men, conspired to extinguish that very hope. Not that Nigeria fought and defeated Biafra, of course not. They never did. It was Britain that fought Biafra. It was a proxy war. Harold Wilson was fighting a proxy war against Biafrans, using the Janjaweed and the few Yoruba people, and Russia, Yugoslavia, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, OAU. They all got up against a very kind Biafra. And that is why this very day we must continue. It doesn't matter what our enemies, it doesn't matter what they do. We must continue ceaselessly until the zoo collapses and Biafra is born. As I told you many years ago, I remember there was a time I was speaking to one of us, and I said, you know, when I tell you that as soon as Biafra is closer, they will unleash all their demons against us via the media. They will try to impugn our integrity. They will try to lie against us. That's what they have done. They have realized that this IPOB, through the grace of Elohim, we have collapsed the zoo. They know that very well. Our enemies understand this. They know we have done the job. They know we have collapsed the zoo completely. That is why they are all over the place, yelling, both those who are normal and those who are insane. But this evening I will cure their illness. You know me very well. And my Wandiara, this evening I will cure them with facts and with figures. Because they know I don't lie. Because the only thing you can say to a beautiful woman is go and have a shower. Because you don't have anything to say to her. But here today we are going to say the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, as always. Because in Biafra, Africans try to create a genuine democracy, a genuine land of the free, a land that black people will be proud of all over the world. It was the same black people that conspired with white people to extinguish Biafra. That is why everybody is suffering today. That is why a black man in Africa will pay a white company like Facebook to make sure that the truth is not heard by the people. That is why everybody is poor in this too. And that's Africa as a whole. Poverty, ignorance, disease, and pestilence is the price you pay for self-betrayal. Africa was betrayed in Biafra. Those who worked against Biafra thought that somehow they were advancing their self-interest, not knowing that they're themselves in the foot. And today hasn't happened. Look at how poor and wretched it is. You are complaining. You are burdened by the yoke of terrorism. All of you are suppressed by the ignorance that you brought upon yourself as a result of a dilapidated system of education. You have no health care. You have no running water. You have no simple electricity you do not have. Something that costs that you should have. You are suffering today because you walked against Biafra. Some of you are suffering today because you betrayed your own conscience. But we want to continue. We were betrayed, sabotaged, abandoned, everything they can think of. But we survived it. They gave birth to children. Us. And we have begotten children. And they themselves will also bear children. That is to say that Biafra is unstoppable. Nobody can stop it. That is why we salute this very class of 67 to 1970. I call them the most because every 30th of May, every year, forever and ever, we shall remember them and we shall honor them. Midnight yesterday into this morning, on the 29th, we lit Bikram across the whole of Biafra land. Some of you may not know what it means. But we started of May remembrance. We were the ones that built a cenotaph. We are the ones that made it compulsory that we must do something every year to be great, to show our gratitude and thanks to those that fought and died for us that we may live, to commemorate their sacrifice. It was IPOB and nobody else. Not Ohaneze, not Pandev, not any elders. Nobody did. Only IPOB did it. Because, as I keep saying all the time, we are under divine instruction. That is why after tonight's program, you'll understand why we say we are whiter than white and whiter than snow. And I know that some Alamajiri we are complaining. They say, oh, he has his back on the left side, now it's on the right side. But they know there's something called mirroring. that what we are doing today is being mirrored by the system that I'm using. But this is how you know. You wear this piece, this lapel on the left-hand side. That is how you know the left side of a person's face. You wear this on the left. And this is the left-hand side of my face. Now you're following, don't you? Depending on the device you're using, if you're using something like mine, your face can become mirrored. If you do not understand, I will explain that to you very carefully. And as we proceed this evening, some of you may become disconnected by Facebook. If they disconnect you, go back in again. I know that's what they do. I sipped water because none of those things that have an answer can do what I can do. They cannot, not today, not tomorrow, not ever. A beacon was lit for our people to symbolize that we have reached our peak spiritually. We have peaked in this struggle. Yesterday, 12 midnight, we kept it a secret. We didn't want anybody to know. Our beacon was lit right across the whole of Biafra land. If you don't know the spiritual symbolism of lighting a beacon, I suggest you Google it and try and find out. Midnight of the 29th of May 2020 was when IPOB reached the peak in the spiritual realm of this agitation. And that is why Biafra will come this year. If you follow instructions and do exactly as you're told, Biafra will come this year. If you do as you're told, our enemies are going to come to deflect your attention, to tell you one rubbish or the other. They will come with very fantastic tales and stories. You must remain focused. You must remain focused. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. Once you are distracted, you've lost it. That is the game plan. It is a beacon. We have reached the point in our spiritual journey where we can be described as a beacon of light. That hope was lit 12 midnight on the 29th. That hope. Anytime you look at that beacon represents something that has never been attained anywhere in the whole of Africa. That we are the light. That's who we are. And there is nothing the enemy can do. They can't think of these things. That's what called Elder and all these criminals. They can't. You have to be in the spirit to think of lighting a beacon, to spiritually immortalize what those that died for you stood for. That is who we are. Every instruction we get to heaven, not from man. That is why we do things that ordinary mortals cannot easily think about. They were all there, and we said 30th of May. All of them, we are there with their academia. Even those who carry and if you got, I have this document, so I have map there. Idiots everywhere, making a fool of their stupidity. Today we show them we have earned the right, because last night we lit the beacon. This IPOB. Remember this IPOB. It will never be forgotten. The same way we remember our heroes is how IPOB will be remembered forever and ever. We have earned that right. We built the center of Enugu. Nnamdi did not. No elder built it. Nobody did. Who was wicked beside it? A cenotaph. You're telling me the only people that lost 5 million people within the space of 3.5 years. We lost 5 million people. There was no commemoration, not one single one, until I built a cenotaph in Enugu. Are you listening? Nobody knew about 30th of May until we came. How should I say? Until the people of the Caribbean are determined that we should come. Some of you don't know what we are doing. Some of you are ignorant of the mystery behind what IPOB stands for. But Fulani is about to teach you. They will teach you the importance of IPOB. They will teach you. We must continue. They built nothing. It was destroyed it. The pig in the creek spitting all over mobile device screen did not think about it. They don't remember those that fought. They have not. They can't do what we're doing. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. They can't do it. If any of these traitors, the reason why I am picking on traitors is the last time I talk about them. That is why I asked you to read your pen and your paper. Write everything down that I'm going to say to you. Write everything down that I'm saying to you. Everything, you must write it down on a piece of paper that you may be able to understand. Not tomorrow you say I didn't hear about it. Tonight I'm going to tell you. I am picking about saboteurs tonight because it was them that destroyed the dream of Biafra. Saboteurs destroyed Biafra. That is why tonight I will pick on them, one after the other. And I made the points to write down so you can go and ask them later on. For some of you who are still in contact with them, go and ask Wood, why didn't Ohanese ever think of immortalizing those that died? Because they're in the process of Janjaweed, Fulani. Not I'm sorry, Fulani. They're in the pockets of Fulani, Janjaweed. They are the ones controlling them. All your governors, did they think about this? No, they never did. It is those that they call miscreants. Can you see how anything works? Those they call miscreants are the ones reminding them of their own history, reminding them of what is right, reminding them of what needs to be done, reminding them of what has to be done in our land for us to proceed and go and get Biafra. They claim they love you. Traitors. They say they love you. Isn't it? Have you seen where we are today? Some send representations. Oh, you are insulting people. And I say to them, you are a fool if you say I'm insulting you. Because that means you've done something wrong. I can't come out and insult or speak in the manner I do against anybody doing the right thing. Have you ever seen me do that before? Anybody that we castigate, I give you reason. Not coming out, oh, he's a scammer. Oh, he stole money. Tonight you will tell me. If you've ever contributed one dime to IPOB, now but you will tell me this night. Those that we stand, you will tell me, give us their names this night. Or else, shame will be upon you and your family, your children, forever and ever. Wherever we see them, we will know that their parents are saboteurs. Wherever we find them, they will be taunted for the rest of their lives. Because you're an evil person. You can lie against somebody who is dead, not somebody who is living. You can't lie against somebody who is living. As somebody said, we can't what's the way come and take your dry fish. It's not possible. They were lying, thinking I want to. I'll give you that publicity once. I'll give it to you tonight. But today, healthy dose of destruction, so that the world will know who you are. That you're a thief, you're a rogue. With written. People go about talking nonsense every time. Any of these traitors, or so-called opinion leaders, they claim we love them, we love our people. Why did you not talk about that? Why wait for IPOB? Why? I'm asking you. Why wait for IPOB? They're going to destroy those liars tonight. It was this night, after our beacon yesterday, we are not interested in restructuring. We are not. I am sounding this note of caution to those that say, "Oh, you're nobody consulted," and we are just warning you. I am not interested in your restructuring. I am not interested in your regional government arrangement, 1960 Constitution. I am not interested in your new Nigeria movement. I am anything with Nigeria in it. I'm not interested. Neither am I interested in whatever concoction that you compromise people, you traitors, are negotiating behind our back. Do you think we don't know? Do you think we don't know what is happening? behind our back. We know everything. The Janjaweed are in our land because of the traitors we have. These are the people that enabled, encouraged, emboldened the Janjaweed to invade our land. Because the Janjaweed understand that the lives of Ohanese are important. They understand that the life of Ohanese is working with Al-Mustafa. They understand that idiot with a fire is working for a new Nigeria. They understand that the pig in the creek is working for their masters in the north. And that bloated pig, always talking rubbish and spitting everywhere, that pig is like another Afonja in our land. That pig is an agent of darkness in our land. If you don't know, I will tell you tonight. Because he's a criminal, and I'll prove it. As I'm saying it, I'm mentioning names. As I kept saying, bring your pen and paper. I will not discuss it again. And I'm asking all our admin, you are going to segment this very broadcast and cut it out to fit the very purpose for which we are making it tonight, which is the response to all these traitors. It was their fathers that betrayed Biafra. It was their relatives that betrayed Biafra. They have come again to betray us. They have come again, and we can't allow them. Not that they underestimate us. And long may it continue. Maybe that's why we are formidable as we are. Janjaweed in our land. And in order, listen carefully, in order to stop Ethiopia from fighting the Janjaweed, they know we need arms. They know we need ammunition. I've been saying this since 2015 in America. I've been saying it as a warning. When I met Modo, I told him, ask Modo, did I tell him or not? When I met you in your heart, did I say to you that the Fulanis will come? We need to be prepared or not? Did I say that to you? And what was your answer? Before they kidnapped me, sent people to disrupt my traditional marriage in 2009. Did I tell you about the need for us to be armed or not? In a hotel room in London. Do you remember? Uchemefo was there. Amachi was there. Chipu Megemba was there. Samume was there. In front of everybody, I told you we need arms and ammunition. And what did you say when you went back? You abandoned everything we discussed. True or false? I ask you a direct question, true or false. I call people who are present. That's how I am. I speak the truth. I tell you people who are present. Never those who were present in his place. Who went there? Elliot Uko was there. My PA Kwema was there. And a whole host of other people. I always have backup and proof. Just with a file. Or I don't know where that one comes from. I met you at the office of Nnamdi Kanu many years ago. I've only met you three times in my life. The first time was I went to go to Nnamdi Kanu. I don't know who you are. I went to Nnamdi Kanu's office in February. I don't know who you are from that time. And I tell him who have it, I was somebody. When you're telling all this your lies, you don't know there are people who were present. You remember somebody called Awogo. Then he was the publisher of Eastern Pilot. Today, after he transitioned from the chairman, Baro, former senior special advisor to Obiano. Awogo was with me. Awogo drove me from his house to find Nnamdi Kanu, to see if Nnamdi Kanu will help me fund Radio Biafra. You forgot. I refer to Nnamdi Kanu every day, every time, everywhere I go to. I refer to Nnamdi Kanu. I went to his office. I know what he told me. he believed in one Nigeria. He said no. Don't. He asked me to change the name of Radio Biafra to Nnamdi, and I said no. I had to see. We parted amicably. Until tomorrow morning, I still respect him and adore him. On my way out of Mazi Kanu's office, you accosted me on the whole way. Me and Awog. Ariz Awog. He's alive. He's a local government chairman. He was the one that accompanied me to do a video in Nnamdi. It's on YouTube. Long time ago, I did a video telling you that Fulanis are coming, they're armed. It's on YouTube. Go and check it. Don't do it. I told you, you asked me to come into an office. I asked you, what are you doing here? You said you're fighting for Nigeria. I kept quiet for 4 hours. You were for 4 hours and quiet. I didn't talk to you. We were talking all the nonsense. As my father taught me, I demolished all the arguments to 2 questions. I asked you, why are you afraid of using the name Biafra? That's the first question I asked you. You just carrying file and lying behind my back, going to America and gossiping like an idiot all over the place, inboxing people, writing drunk. I kept quiet until you came out in the open. Today I will destroy you completely because you're a criminal, you're a thief, and I will tell the world how you're a thief with proof. All the nonsense you're saying about me, you have nothing, not one single proof. Out of envy and jealousy. I have told you many times, I didn't send myself. I didn't wake up one morning and say, I want to go and know Biafra. No. Anything sent to me. I met you. I hope you're laughing at all of you. I met you for 4 hours in Nnamdi Kanu's office in Kofa Bayomi, Lagos, Victoria Land. You were talking all your junk. How you managed to speak to Asari, speak to Wazirike, speak to all these traitors. Now you spoke to them. And they all came into your new Nigeria plan. And I asked you, is it all the things you're saying, is it about new Nigeria? You said yes. And I told you I'm not interested. I asked you, why are you adopting the name Lower Nigeria Congress? What's the meaning of that name? You couldn't tell me. You said it's to disguise it. So not let others know. I said, why are you hiding it? I was in Israel. I went to Jerusalem. I met a policeman, the district head of Israeli police. Israeli police told me face to face, if you want to do that, I should go to the Knesset. And Israeli said, go to the Knesset. Stay there until they support Biafra. And nobody supports you behind the back. They should come out to support you. When I was in Israel and that man said that thing, I remember what I told you. You fool, carrying file, lying against me. I don't know who you are. I met you once. You sat down once with Awog, Ariz Awog. He's alive. God has you. After we met Ariz, after myself and Ariz met you, we left. And I told Ariz that you are climbing down the stairs. That's a man. Your brain is not correct. Biafra that people died for. You are telling me I should hide them. I should disguise it. Not Biafra. We should hide. You were trying to recruit me into your new Nigeria rubbish, and I told you now I will be part of it. That's our first encounter. My other second encounter with you was when I was brought from detention to High Court. I don't know who you are. I saw you, and you told me the brief time when I was walking out of the courtroom. You met me, and I said, oh, how are you? You said, fine. I said, are you part of my defense team? You said, you came. And I know what I told you, because you're a very terrible liar and an awful human being. I told you there and then. I said, can you be the spokesperson of this movement? There are people blocked head bridge furniture. People are not coming together. Can you be the spokesperson? What did you say? You told me you cannot talk about Biafra. Inside the courtroom of John Tozo in Abuja. In later, I came to court and I asked him, where is the I thought he said he's part of the team. He said he's not part of the team. Who told you he is? Did I see you again? Until you accompany Soludo to come to prison to see me. The second time I met you, it was 5 minutes. And this person, I was walking and we were talking. The third time he came to Kuje, that time Benjamin Madabu was with me. David, when we see, was with me. You came with to come on an organization that still respect and have regard for till tomorrow morning. There are the very few that I actually have regard for. Akikenga is one. Second one is Sukomuna. The rest are just a bunch of jokers. And that's why I like Akikenga. Because of 3 men that I met. 3 men that I met in Lagos. One of them is Stephen Ebigwe. The other one is what's his name again? The former ACB chairman. What's his name? Oh my goodness. And the third one is my brother from Odomwai that took me to that meeting in the year 1999. You don't know when we started. So now you came to the prison, we were talking about rubbish about the referendum. I told you that I talked about the referendum way back in 2012. That was what I told you. I told you that then. People ask me, how do you intend to deal without firing a gun? I said, we will agitate. We will keep on agitating. And finally, we will have a referendum. Go to the recordings I made, the broadcast I made in 2012. They're all there. You said, you told me, let us get to, you asked me, let's come together and collapse the constitution. And I told you no. I am very for Biafra. I'm interested in New Nigeria. Mazi Kanu is there. Benjamin Madabu was there with me. Are you going to lie? I have proof. When you left Kuje and I was released on bail, did I ever meet you again? Did you come to my house? Did you call me on the phone? You sent a few people that were later to betray IPOB to talk to me about an accord. And I said, what accord? I was a detainee. I was in a prison. My people came to see me. Soludo and very eminent people came to see me. I accompanied them. So what are you talking about? Which accord? Where? He said prison. You said accord. He said prison. After that, when those you're working for saw that IPOB was making progress, they sent you to go after me. You started to inbox people since 2017. People, you don't know you were helping to spread my name. You thought you were, because as they said, will live together. You thought by going with the name of Nnamdi Kanu, somehow people will abandon IPOB and follow you. You don't know how people are relationship. You don't know how intelligent we are. You were lying to them about me. And when they listen to IPOB, when they listen about, they'll say, oh my goodness, this is not what they told me about you. You don't know that? I allowed you. For how many years have you been gossiping, inboxing people lies about me? We had to sit down to discuss in detail what you're doing with that useless lower Niger Congress or whatever rubbish you call it. You are the Secretary General. Do you have any president? Do you have a secretary? Do you have a treasurer? It's only you. It's only you, one man band funded by with talking rubbish every blessed day. Can you call for a meeting? Can you call a meeting? You are banking at the back of our dear sister, and your bricks. Her conference need water. You are like a bad like a pest. Always going to where people are prepared so you can attach yourself. You're a saboteur. That's why I'm getting you today, to tell you're a liar. You call me, you know me, I don't hide anything. You called me a scammer. You said I'm a thief. You said I stole something from you. If you don't tell me what I stole from you, I will instruct my lawyers to get you to court in a useless zoo like that. Because you are a deceiver. Tell the Fulani man that sent you that you didn't IPOB. We are not in the same league. I went to America. He decided to run to America after me. I go to California. You go to California after me. After having a camp meeting, you go and call some idiots like you, gossiping with my name. You never gave me face to face. When the elders of people in America begged me to see you, they begged me. I said, okay, bring him. Let me destroy him face to face. You ran it. You didn't come to that meeting. You don't want to say you must get the meeting. A traitor will get the meeting with me. Are you insane? You see all your lies. You see all the lies you've been telling. I'm asking you tonight. Did your guy give me money? Didn't the kind of give me any money? Who did I scam? I'm asking you. Who gave me money that you know? Come on and say it. If you say who gave me money to do Biafra, and I embezzled that money, I will say the money. If you tell me who said to you, I gave money to Nnamdi Kanu to do Biafra, I will resign tomorrow morning. Even men are stingy, they don't give anybody money. Go and ask. You guess you're stupid. Go and ask. Even men don't give money to anybody to do anything. They are all prepared by Fulani people. They don't give money to Biafra. That was one of the oaths they took. I know these things. If you don't, let me tell you. No equal man of the second give one dime to do Biafra. Never. Owazirike got his payment direct from the federal government, not from Chukwumerije. Chukwumerije negotiated it for him. He got his paper, he got his money direct from the zoo. They sent people to come and buy me in Kuje. I said no. I was in detention. They came to me, offered me everything, and I said no. They gave me vice president of Nigeria, and I said no. Are you insane? Is it poor, wretched people I'm going to be asking for? So because anything we want to do, we do it somehow. I think it's full of cash. And Igbo man will give you money. Never Igbo man, let me see. Only our brother can give us money to go and install FM in our land. Only one person. Don't we have FM in Biafra land? Don't we have FM in Biafra land? Because you like gossip. Igbo men, they love to gossip. You say gossip. So I asked him, but they said, Nnamdi Kanu embezzled money. And I asked the person that I sent to the man to ask him, have you contributed to IPOB before? You have not contributed to IPOB. Not one day. But somehow you're saying about embezzlement, scamming people. This was the word you connived, you and your Janjaweed friends. You sat together, you connived. You know Igbo men are weak. That idiot with the talent, they know Igbo men are weak. They know once you go to an Igbo man, you talk about money, you talk about embezzlement, they will not support you because they know the Fulanis are coming. In order to stop Igbo men from supporting Nnamdi Kanu to buy weapons to defend our land, what they decided to do was to gossip all over the place, including one idiot now that went about telling politicians, if you support Nnamdi Kanu, he's going to buy weapons to kill everybody. You think I don't know? After gossiping for 3 years, it didn't work. You might come out in the open. I stole your template and your papers. You are insane. I don't know who you are. I met you once. You are rambling rubbish. I allowed you to talk for 4 hours. After speaking rubbish, I asked you 2 questions. Why are you abandoning the name Biafra? The people I don't. Number 1 question. And number 2, what is this was about New Nigeria? You couldn't answer, and I left it. How long was there going to ask you? This is how all your lies came to nothing. You people go about, right? He's a scammer. He gave money for the defense fund. All the idiots like you and your they never got 1 dime to the defense fund. The whole of America, the whole of America did not contribute up to $3,000, which is not the price of tickets. If I want to fly from here to Asia, the whole thing they claim they contributed in the whole of America. But you see, defense fund, how much did you contribute? Nothing. I talk about it to an as the time like this is coming. When Fulani will be in our land, and we will not have arms to defend our land. You think the Fulanis are stupid? They know there are no arms. That's why they have come. And instead of us to discuss them and handle them, they send some of you saboteurs to be putting nonsense. Oh, Nnamdi Kanu, he is the scammer, he's embezzled. I'm asking you, who did I scam? Where? When? You can't tell me. Because you're lying. Who they helped you to be spreading the gossip? All those efulefus in Abuja and Lagos that never considered one dime to IPOB. Our outgoing every blessed month from IPOB account in Germany, every month, we spend $108,000 a month. I'm not going to tell you what we're doing with it. Because if I tell you, you're going to tell your friends. So, all of you criminals. All of you idiots. Every fool will come to talk about it. That's usually because I started Dr. Board that I gave money to. From inside the prison, because he has no shame. All of you understand. From inside the prison, I gave that idiot 20 million naira. I was in prison. He was so poor, I authorized for him to be given 20 million. Our men went to water. That same bloated pig went and called DSS to go and arrest my men in the water. And he gave the money to you today. But people have no shame. Did I give you money or not? I was in prison. And I was living in Cotonou, in your house in Cotonou. With our men, my men to go to Cotonou. There are people all over the world to Cotonou to go and see you. At the meeting, I asked you, how do we proceed from here? You demanded for 200 million naira. You bloated, dirty, filthy, poor pig. Did you ask me for 200 million or not? I don't talk to you, Chen anymore. They are traitors. Did you not talk to him about it? Did I not give you Chen authorization to give you money? How much money have you collected from me? You shameless pig. Saying the con artist. Nnamdi is the con artist. When you are the one that stole from me, I gave you money for us to do something. You want to call DSS? Yes or no? I'm asking you, two of us. And you're a freedom fighter who is in love with his oppressor. You're in a zoo. You're in a zoo. You're not ashamed of yourself. You're coming out and talking rubbish. I will ask you again. How much money did I give you? For 2016. You said you will organize men. How much did I give you? How much did we give you to support Avengers? When I was in prison, which you ate. Avengers never got the money. And you're here talking rubbish, as always. And my happiness is that the nation know who you are. They know you're a traitor. They warned me. They say you're a traitor. And now I know you are. You see, it's called a double agent. You come and say, everybody must do it. It's a lie. You don't. You don't have the discipline. If I want to be like all of you fools, living on the crumbs from the master's table, I'll be a very wealthy man. I don't have any need for it. I went to big organ that some useless foods cannot find it in Aba. It's called Green Street Primary School. But I was also Cameroon Road and Primary School. I keep saying it all the time. I went to Library Avenue, Umuahia, the best of the best. Community College, Umuahia. UNN, Best of Nigeria and Soka. I told my father that if I remain in this school, I'll become more stupid than a monkey. My father sent me to go to London to go and study. And you open your mouth and you're talking rubbish. I didn't take money from Nigeria when I was in prison, when I was in detention. Is money that you doesn't have that I can take. Who for your life has money that you did before? Who? I'm asking you. Con artist, con who? Or did you steal from me? Did I give you 20 million or not? From prison, I gave the order. Did I give you money or not? Yes or no, we'll do it. You're a fool. And a very filthy one at that. We must continue. They have now brought in BBC. We have Britain left off, they have brought in BBC. Look at the idiots they assembled, with the exception of Onyeka. They are idiots to discuss Biafra. None of them can wear this. None. No, nothing to remember. Nothing. They ask the idiot, what we can tell the viewers, what is your name? That is the idiot I'm going to be discussing with. But we're asking you, you claim that Fulani is in a killing people. We went there with this anybody. You know BBC. BBC, the type of thunder that will kill you hasn't been formed yet. You think I will allow your nonsense? You don't know what it is. We don't. You don't know that. We don't know what BBC did between 1966 and 1970. Do you think we are stupid? And you bring in BBC? You think we are nuts? Do you think we are insane? We allow you to deceive us? You're not well. You can do that nonsense. Carry file. You stop it. A liar. You can carry from left to right. Nothing can happen. I give the order. One command only is all it takes. I give the order. And when the time comes, I will give it. Within your time. Mazi Kanu is this. All you traitors, you are the reason why we failed. And the other father was a traitor. And the traitor had one. Like the Onyema family, traitors had conquered one. Heavy traitors, that's who they are. All of you. It's our financial. Once you are evil, you are evil. I don't want to have anything to do. I don't care who you are. Once you're evil, you're evil. I don't care who you are. So and it's something. How many years old are you? How many years old do you think I am? Is it because I have this baby face? I am 53. I'm a child. I am an elder. I care for your talk. This small boy, that young man, idiot, calling me young man. I kept quiet. It's only this year they know my true age. I'm hearing those small boys, that small boy. He's young. I'm older than them. I am older than Aisha Buhari. I am older. Aisha Buhari will be calling me. I am older than Aisha Buhari. But you go to her and you bow. You lie down on the floor. She waits on you. You come and tell me people everywhere. Don't know who we are. If you love Biafra, I'll respect you. Once you don't love Biafra, I have nothing to do with you. Not absolutely nothing to do with you. No waste of space. You people, we are busy lying. Approaching BBC people. You think you can damage me? You think you can damage my reputation? Is that what you think? I have not stolen from anybody. None of you have contributed money to IPOB. Nobody in the, how many did? Is Madam Erewa? Obi Debian and a few other people. They're not up to time in America. They are not up to time in the USA that contributed our so-called defense fund. That popular defense, none of them contributed. Every idiot, you see a madman, a lunatic, everything like that. They got to the dreadlocks in the village. And one day we'll get him. And then he will tell us how, where, and when we embezzle. Let me tell you why they're saying all of these things. They are saying I embezzled money because they want the Fulanis to succeed. They know that it's only IPOB that has the men to defend our land. They know that very clearly. So what they're not doing is let them put pressure on you, sow the seeds of doubt inside you, so you will not support IPOB, and our land will be defended. You don't know that? It's a very simple game. Why do you think I have come these days to be talking about them? Because I said quite rightly, anybody referring to himself or herself as a Niger Delta is a complete idiot. I stand on it till tomorrow morning. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. If you say from south to even was buffoon, it makes no sense. And you cannot defend it. instead of you to defend your stupidity like a reasonable man, if at all you claim you are, you come out and you try to insult me when I'm the one giving you 20 million I gave you cash. Yes or no, true or false. If it does, then ask you look at what's building hotels everywhere. The amount of money I pay our consultants in 20 continents every month without fail. Some of them know how far we have gone. The money I pay them, I need to be building one hostel a month. But I cannot I can't be. I'm under oath to heaven. So I was building hotel. Now, as an annex, he built something. He called it Ojubu Library. Deceiving idiots. If you think Biafra is going to be like that? So you think we are suffering? My mom died, my father died because of Biafra. You think it is going to build a hopeless Biafra? We are liars and idiots. We are all over the place. That's your dream. You don't know me. You don't know who I am. You have no idea who we are. We must continue. BBC is doing the work of Britain. Harold Wilson came to kill all of us. They didn't succeed. Now we have survived. One day, BBC said, let's give them BBC. I thought they were serious. A lot of BBC were with my wife's interview. I thought they were serious. I don't. None of us knew that Alamati is their editor. Onya was a Fulani man. He is the one who is in charge of programming in BBC. They are the ones calling me to go and give an interview. On a day like this, packet of men of bodies, those you are calling are traitors. I asked that idiot, you're answering Lower Niger. I said, we are going to come out of the Nigeria they gave to us. You're naming us again after a river. I dismissed the idiot. All he did is inbox. Nnamdi Kanu is a scam. Nnamdi Kanu is a con artist. Hey! Somebody who is alive. Now I'm challenging you live on air. If you're a man, this evening or tomorrow, go and publish who I scammed. Go and publish who I conned. Publish it. Say the person's name. Everywhere. Betrayers and saboteurs everywhere. You think you can overwhelm us? You think by your lies with your remedy that can overwhelm us? I say bring it on. If they want media war, we give it to them. Bring it on. We are not like our fathers. We are not doing it. There is no gentleman here. We get Biafra, we gentleman. Right now, anyhow you want to give it to you. We have to be very simple about it. We can have a very simple discussion. You want us to know like how we give it to you 100%. Because we won't allow you 1 inch. Rock is finding it very hot. We have collapsed it. There is no president in Nigeria. They can't, if they survive up to the end of the day, they cannot anyway. They know it. They are claimed. We are now waiting. Let Corona finish. He will listen to me. That idiot, the fire, will listen to me. After listening to the gospel I preach, he will go and modify it. Since when did he start saying, let coronavirus finish? Because he heard it from me. He knows we are doing something. He told me he went to America to go and see who. You are doing attachment with the Middle-West Christians. People to discuss Biafra in America. There was idiot he managed to convince in US. Asking me, I said, did he discuss Biafra? Ask him to produce one document he gave to the senator discussing Biafra. One document. He has one. But I can give you loads. I can give, if you like, I can make you an ambassador for IPB. You see the senators you are talking to and what you have given them, Biafra. Every time it's Biafra. After Nnamdi, you claim you're in America fighting for Biafra, Abi. Give us one document. One letter you wrote to a senator. So tell it is top secret. America has an open system. Information sharing is open. He is not an American citizen that would warrant his submissions to be classified as a top secret. So what is the big deal? Sure, give us one letter. Sabo. You don't know me, do you? You think if you come and be making noise on that treacherous one zoo channel called channels, you somehow you qualify to deliver IPOB? We must preach. BBC was evil. Our enemies are panicking. They are panicking. Al-Majri has given them money. So was written, as I said, these they have their cash now to splash. The only way nobody knew him. The only way he became relevant was because he was gossiping with my name. Without the name Nnamdi Kanu, that is nobody. Who knows him? What has he done? He's a nobody. He got me bail. Can you see how people lie? Are you a part of my team? Did you work with a Geoffrey? No. When I go to court, I have over 50, 60 lawyers coming in solidarity. You only come once. And you claim you see how, are you sure he's not hidden? He's a man. After working hard, a job for working hard, you want to come and claim glory from the back. You don't know how to do this program, yes? You think I'll do gentleman and give a presidential address and go. There's no need for that. Since you're in the gutter, let's go to the gutter together. Okay. BBC was said today, in case you have missed it. BBC was said that they went to Igbo land. There is nobody. There is no Al-Majri anywhere. Everything is quiet. That the fighting going on in Ebonyi State is between two villages. They want us. Do you not have the videos that I have? I don't want to release them because if I do, they say IPOB is a terrorist group. That's what I think. That's what they're looking for. Oh, you're not doing all this while you're not doing anything in our land. They want me, the same thing they did with that transmitter. They want me to bring out the videos of our operations in Ebonyi. So they can now say, IPOB is a terrorist group. We are smarter than them. BBC was said that all the Janjaweed in our land, there is no Janjaweed in our land. And luckily for us, before I came on air, somebody did a very wonderful job. Always doing a very good job. He gave us the names of 350 Igbo communities and villages where the Fulani are today. BBC Igbo, that is because we asked them, why can't you go and do a documentary? BBC Igbo is telling the world, telling their parents BBC in London, that there is nothing like the Fulani in Igbo land. BBC Igbo, with Igbo people working inside there. Igbo people are working in BBC. They said there's no Fulani in our land. Something happening before our eyes with videos and it clearly in broad daylight. They said there's no. These are the people working within the young wood. And that's really, I don't even know why. And that's why I don't like his name. Now they will say, he will get more money tomorrow. They say he has arrived. Now they come and shout your name. Now come and take more money. Even that pig in the creek. That's why they make more money tomorrow. But I am trying to let our people understand what their game is. They are not for Biafra. These are double agents. I know them. One mouth is Biafra. The other one is you. If they are fighting for Biafra, they cannot be in Biafra land. They cannot be in Nigeria. They will either be in prison, in exile, or in the grave. That's how you know a freedom fighter. Ordinary Catalonia, their leader is in exile. In Europe, that is a country civilized. This idiot is somewhere drinking alcohol, talking nonsense, shaking his head like a possessed chicken. talking rubbish, trying to malign Nnamdi Kanu. So Igbo men in their natural stupidity will say, oh no, we can't give him money, we don't trust him, I don't know who to give money to. That's why I said go to WIC. I don't need your money, we'll be surviving without it. Ask Nnamdi now, let them take over villages. Let them take it over, we'll fight our way in. It may take us years, we'll fight our way in. Because Igbo men love gossiping. Nothing entices an Igbo man like God. You see, and a something-year-old man was asking, oh, but they said, Nnamdi can't get money. And I asked him, I said, ask the man, did I eat your money? Did you give money to IPOB? Go to your village and ask. So maybe some of you have been impressing your wives and your girlfriends that you support IPOB. Okay, I understand. So you're lying to your wives, huh? Maybe because our mothers are very social, ask you, oh, what are you doing to support IPOB? You say, oh, I'm giving them money. I want you to come out and present yourself. That is nobody. Nobody. God, no Igbo, let me tell you one thing. No Igbo man can keep hand in his pocket and give you 50,000 naira to 50,000 naira. Take this one and go and do Biafra. It's not done. No Igbo man can do it. Even the billionaire can never do it. But when they go to meeting in Abuja, they are bragging. They say, oh, IPOB is giving us a tough time. Ah, it's us now. We are with them. They are our boys. They're all liars. Ask them. Is there any, even, take a name. Tell us we are, give us proof to say, as soon as so place, I gave IPOB, I gave Nnamdi Kanu this morning to go and fight for Biafra, and that money, I don't know where it went to. I want to discuss all of it because humanity is listening. When I finish this program, only on Facebook alone will be 2 million people reached. I said, I'll publish it. 2 million reached. Now, Igbo man thinks he has sense. That is why he listens to fools like Nnamdi, idiot. Hence, I would ask a simple question. And I agree, you embezzled money, but whose money did you embezzle your money? That's all. And end of story. At the end of the boy saying, Nnamdi Kanu is a con man, it's a con artist. But Nnamdi Kanu gave you 20 million cash to do something. Did you do something? Yes or no? You call DSS for his men. And you still have the guts to stand up and be, that means you have no shame. BBC, there are 350 villages in Biafra land with Fulani in it. For your information. Enugu, we have 72. Ibito, what is plenty, I'll give it to BBC. I want everybody, in fact, prepare an article with all these names. We are going to throw BBC with this. I said BBC main headquarters in England. We will proceed with this. Since BBC came to be, they are beginners. Cover their kids. I see their faces. Their children struggling to speak Igbo language. Look at those that claim they're elders. When they speak Igbo, they add English. Go and see my interview when I thought BBC people were irreasonable people. I gave an interview. I didn't add one English language. Not one. For hours we spoke. Not one single English language. Not one word. He cannot speak Igbo language. Oh dear me. We are proceeding. Many committees. I said 300 plus. BBC is claiming they have not seen it. They don't know what is happening. That Fulani are coming to Panama and go back. Who told you that? Who told you that? BBC or the wider BBC, since after the war, as they have done, BBC is in Hong Kong. Everything they will report in Hong Kong. Every riot, everywhere. Everything happens to Palestine. Everywhere you go to, they're there. Ask yourself, a war that cost 5 million lives, why is it that BBC have never done one single documentary in recent times? Not one. They came to my house and interviewed me. I mean the proper Oyibo BBC, not this fake idiots you have in the village. That they come, okay. A real BBC came to my house. We had an interview. They saw the crowd that came to see me. Yeah, all they ask is how do you feel now? I said, these are my people. They asked them to release that very video of BBC in my house interviewing me. And then the papa told you, BBC, they were shocked because a neo-colonialist, their interest is suppressed. Biafra is the key. Once they can hold Biafra down, they can hold all of Africa down. That's what Nnamdi is doing for them. Who was because only created in hotel. He will build a male hostel. Female hotel. He will build one for vice chancellor and one for teachers. Hey, freedom fighting, sorry. Because all these people are criminals, they are saying there is no way this man cannot be a criminal like themselves. They don't have a different breed altogether. They don't know that. I am Nnamdi Kanu. I don't do all this nonsense you do. My father was a very rich man, not ostentatious. I had the finest education that his money could afford. We are not poor. Have never been. That is why a poor man cannot be a freedom fighter. If you're not full of yourself, you cannot be a freedom fighter. You go everywhere. You claim you're a warlord in the creek. Somebody's in prison and get it and you took. The labor on that thing didn't do. I give you money to give to Avengers, you don't give them. Oh, dear me. Unbelievable. We must continue. BBC will not investigate the Holocaust. No, they will not. It's about 1 million. About 1 million died, but it was 5 million. And they know the truth. And they're lying about it. They're lying. It was their own man, Frederick Forsyth, that said, my country is evil. That's what he said. What Britain did to Biafra is a shame. Has Moses ever complained? Has Moses ever come as a leader? They don't know the meaning of leadership. They think that being a leader is having a red cap and going to Abuja and begging for money, or begging to be governor, or begging to be vice president. Leadership of beggars. I don't beg anybody. The way I speak, I don't know how to speak in the court. That's how I speak outside the court. That was how I spoke when I got home. When they gave me their useless condition. Don't go out, don't see 10 people that are rubbish. I was an unarmed man. From the way they speak, you know how angry they are. That when they connived with Al-Mustafa and Buratai to kill me, that they didn't succeed. They are so bitter. Because I was inviting Al-Mustafa to Owerri, so they can all be one happy Al-Majri family. Has he condemned what Al-Majris are doing? People don't people no longer reason. They no longer have reason. Do you see it? And there are complaints about what Al-Majri is doing. Because it's one of them. They gave us on the chairman is from Arewa. All your governors. When even Imo tried to say no, from number 4 they brought proposal them. That is the way they own all the freedom fighters they claim you have. They group for you. They couldn't get me. That's why they came to kill me. So you don't know. Now you know. Buried for 50 years. Beaten shameful role in Biafra. Shameful. Shameful. BBC, British Broadcasting Corporation, shameful. 50 years, no investigation. 50 years. And you claim you are independent, you're fair, you're objective. We don't need BBC. We don't need, they can go to hell. We don't need them. We are going to find another major media part in front with those who are savvy. Not all these refracts, Al-Majri. You open the multiple Facebook accounts, you talk rubbish. You think that goes anywhere. We are the ones the world is afraid of. IPOB. We want in past. Go and ask Swiss government. Go and ask Australian government where we want. We hunt him back, and we always win. Every time we fight, we win. Every time we fight, we win. We are IPOB. We always win. Eventually, we win. That's why I know Biafra is coming. And the zoo is in trouble. By the time we are done with the Fulani, every Fulani emir in the north will be overthrown by the local population. You watch and see what's going to happen. You're playing with us. You think you are in the same league as us? You are dreaming. BBC go and investigate what happened. You are busy lying. You people came to defend the indefensible. Mother was very happy. Oh, Dangote wrote to me. Have you seen the video of Alamajiri changing the livery on Dangote trucks? They are scraping the names off. Have you seen the video? Can somebody please play? Let me see if I can even play it so you can hear it very well. So you think I won't show you the video. I'm only going to play the audio for you so you can hear it. I don't have that technology here with me.
Your friends, I'm calling you. This is Dangote. I want to put you along.
Dangote?
They are now cleaning the Dangote written on every Dangote vehicle.
Every Dangote vehicle cleaned?
They are cleaning. This is Abba.
In Abba?
Where they are talking the Dangote vehicle.
They are cleaning the Dangote name from the truck.
Cleaning all the Dangote written.
The Dangote being wiped up, they bring in Alamaji, they clean it. They go back to the north, they run Dangote, they bring them in, they clean it. These are the people who are the word. And he accepted it. He cannot speak because he's compromised. He cannot speak. He's being blackmailed. All the people you call your leaders, they cannot speak because I'll imagine you have all that those here, Fulani. You know. Somebody says he's fighting for Biafra, but he wants to go to the root of New Nigeria. And you're listening to such a person. And you're telling me your brain is correct. Huh? Oh, I want my village to be autonomous, but I want to go to the Sultan of Sokoto. Are you okay? Is your brain correct at all? As I said, the real people died in 1970. Not all this chaff you see everywhere now. Everywhere you see them. Very, very sad indeed. And in the midst of all these things, that's what they always do. They are imagining their land. Instead of them to come and say, oh, IPOB, you have the numbers, you have the men on the ground, you have the infrastructure, let's see how we can go on. No, envy. They want to bring distraction to distract us. All of a sudden, Nnamdi Kanu is a scammer, he's a con artist. And I kept asking myself, but who did we scam? Oh, so you've been fighting for freedom is a scam? And that kid has stolen 13.9 billion of money belonging to Asro Clinic is not a scam. Or the school meal is not a scam. Or making hope on them from number 4, Supreme Court Governor of Imo State is not a scam. Somebody fighting for freedom I didn't blame them anyway, because they are zoo animals. They grew up in a system where everybody reasons like an animal. So they're animals, they don't reason very well. Do you think I won't say it live on air? That you called me a con artist or a scammer? That means you don't know me. That's what they called me. Ask them, who did he con? Who? Where? Oh, after a year ago, who contributed? I went to America. Did you join? They gave me nothing. These are people who are in love with hamburger. They gave me nothing. So where is the money? The whole of America contributed only $3,000. As I've said, not up to my flight ticket from here to New York. So where did this money come from? From heaven. Do you see how foolish people are? You see what envy does to an Igbo man? Envy can reduce an Igbo man to nothing. An Igbo man you see that you think is reasonable, envy can reduce that man to nothing, to zero. So to what man? You can become the president. Now that's all. The same thing they're doing today. You see how they did. I don't know what to destroy, what demon is inside them. Igbo. I never seen people fight in Igbo. If not, I won't do it. Have you seen anything under Igbo that is working? Anything in this life with Igbo elite, Igbo association, this, Igbo world, this, Igbo that. Have you ever seen anything with the word IGBO as part of it that is going ahead? Show me and tell me where. That's why I abandoned it. Him said, I'm upset, I'm angry with Igbo. God is angry with us. God is very angry. And he will use Fulani to teach you a lesson. So in your next life, when you hear a prophet of God speak to you, listen. You are about to be taught a very bitter lesson. All of you. You'll be taught a very bitter lesson. And I have a defense. I told you, when the time comes and he asks me to leave this army, I will say no to you. Has the time not come? Has the time not come? I'm asking you. Has it not come? Is it not very clear? That I only be now here. Have you not seen them? Go to your village square. They're there. Igwe, Eze, President General, they're all busy selling land to people that will come and kill us. They're not scammers. No, they are not. Couple of them are a scammer. No, isn't Nnamdi Kanu? What makes Nnamdi Kanu a scammer and a con artist? Because he refused to be compromised. The person calling me a con artist was somebody I gave 20 million naira to in 2 installments. Not the ones that began them before. This you have to do. You know, once you become corrupt, once you don't know if you don't fight out, or a rogue, a double agent, your life becomes messed up. You took money from a con artist. Unbelievable. Saboteurs are in BBC. They're all working together. I know the funniest thing. You know the funniest thing? I read BBC again today, BBC, their headline before coming on air. I read it in Igbo language. And Amaka, please post it. I read it so you can understand. After appearing on BBC today, that House of Fulani agent, I told you before that we are coming. The problem that the Fulani have is this. They have done everything possible to make it almost virtually, I should say, impossible for those they claim Igbo men that have money to support IPOB. They don't want that. I told you one day, I'll tell you the one politician that claimed that he was went and told his Fulani people that if any Igbo man gives money to Nnamdi Kanu, he's going to buy weapons and he will fight Nigeria, he will defeat Nigeria, and he will kill every Igbo politician. Let me shock you now. Do you know why they've been saying all these things? Nnamdi Kanu is a con artist. Only I want others of them gossiping behind my back. Do you know why? They don't want me to buy weapons. That's all. To defend our land. Do you know what they have done instead? I'll read it for you. Ndị Igbo niile ga-ebido otu naira n'ọdịnihu. It means every Igbo person, Nnamdi Kanu is a con artist and a scammer, that's from the idiot opening his mouth to talk rubbish. That from now on, every Igbo person will contribute 100 naira each. Hey, dear me, unbelievable. They want you to contribute money to them. I told you that Fulani is remoting them. Fulani is afraid, given all the broadcasts you've been making, rather than give that money to World Igbo Congress that has a bit of a tiny bit of pedigree left, or should I say reputation. Tony Nnamdi, they brought Onyeko money to decorate them. Now they want you to pay 100 naira a month. Everyone, to defend our land. What I told them years ago, they said no. They called me a criminal. You're a scammer. You're a con artist. The same thing they have just done today. Igbo man, Igbo. IGBO. Oh, Lord have mercy. I tell you, I come with facts and figures. I don't believe in talking rubbish. When I push you, I'll show you where to land. This idiot was recruited by Mazi Kanu. If I wanted to do his job, I could have done it by now. I said no. Nnamdi Kanu recruited Nnamdi, gave him office, I'm feeding him. And he's talking rubbish. Ask him, you are in Lower Niger Congress. Who are your members? You say you're the Secretary General. Okay, then who is the provost? It's only him. He is Secretary General. He is President. He is Vice President. He is the provost. He is the treasurer. He is the financial secretary. One man, and all of you are there. Look. Stupidity is a disease. And the Igbo man has it in abundance. I tell them to their faces. I tell them. They think they have sense. You want to think, oh, I'm clever, I'm sensible. No, they can't. He took the defense fund. Did you contribute to the defense fund? No. Do you know anybody who contributed to the defense fund? No. So what is Nnamdi doing now? Asking for money to defend our land. What is that? It's called Igbo leadership. They are beginners. BBC should ashamed of themselves. BBC, go through the comments. When you were interviewing Nnamdi, and that file carrying each other, I don't know where it comes from. He's ashamed of Biafra, ashamed of the name Biafra. We went to Niger Delta with fire and brimstone to let them know the truth. The truth is that there is nothing called Niger Delta. I respect those that fought and died under freedom for the nation. Because Niger is just another name for a job. That's what there is to it. From the mouth of the pig opened his mouth and said, that Niger Delta is only part of River State, Bayelsa, and the part of Delta, Lower Delta. They don't even know where the Delta starts, the Niger Delta one. That nobody knows. For years they've been asking me, oh, where is your, remember when you said, where is the boundary? Where is the boundary? Where is the boundary? I told him I don't need a physical boundary. Use your brain. Where you see any woman trying to this rapper. Since then, has he mentioned boundary? I told them we're intelligent, they don't understand it. I've been watching it. That's why they call me watching it. And they too watching it. Because Elohim is with me. Always. Your job, the job they sent you to do in Igbo land has crashed completely. You cannot go anywhere. I will use you to set an example as to how formidable IPOB is. We will set you as an example. You will know. Right now, when you write, maybe you get about 50 reactions. Very soon, you see what will happen to you. You'll be writing for Fulani. You people should go and form as many fake Facebook accounts as possible with Igbo names to react when you write, because you're finished. This very battle with BBC will fight it till death. You have money, you have rich, you have everything. We'll fight it to death because you people support evil. We lost 5 million people. Not 500, 5 million. And you want me to be quiet. You are insane. Ordinary pipeline security, people have no shame. A pipeline security guard, pipeline for one Alhaji woman from somewhere. He said, I'm a militant. I'm a Delta militant. Yes, security. Oh, RMA. You are an ordinary security guard, guarding the pipeline of the people you claim are your oppressors. Maybe from there you do small kerosene bunkering. You open the pipe and you collect a little bit. And you're a warlord. You collect a little bit of kerosene. You sell. Pipeline security guard. You do all the bunkering. But you still have no shame to take 20 million from me. No shame. No shame. After taking money, you call your Fulani friends in DSS in Iguacha to go and arrest my men. So when we ask you, say, oh, I don't know now. It can no longer go ahead. Did you refund the money? Did you refund the money? Told you, did you refund the money? I have no money, yes. But I bought palliative for our people. Not IPOB money, from my own money. I bought palliative for our people. I should have built a mansion with it. I should have built a female hostel at Michael University in Udike. No more. I've been collecting rent. That was the case. Did Wazirika buy any palliative for anybody? His molding block to build an extension, to build a extension to the hostel. And that is the freedom fighter. A freedom fighter. And your land is a freedom fighter. No wonder we are finding things difficult. You people are not well. We are not well. A hotelier. Building hotels. So you want me to be like them? And now the guy, he has no house. He's homeless. So you don't know that makes me more credible. That means that anything people give to me goes towards the struggle. So you don't know. It's a badge of honor. There is no serious freedom fighter on this earth that has mansion. Not one. Name. Anyway, when you go to school in the zoo, that's what happens. Not one type of guy. But in his house, you know what he has Olympic size you do. He's a leader. Has anyone given me money before? Anyone has given me any money before? So on what grounds are you lying to people and saying I come to people? I'm a scam. Nnamdi Kanu is a scammer. Based on what? Who did he scam? We and when now? Defense fund. Did he give me defense fund money? What? Did anybody who contributed to this? In America, I was in the USA. I did a town hall meeting and I asked them, how many of you here contributed? Only Madam and the few people contributed. Even the money that Obienu sent to an account being run by traitors. I never got to Germany. In America, not up to 10 people contributed. But when you hear Alamajiri and Yoruba media, their eras, talk about defense fund, you would think that money was contributed by people from everywhere. IPOB expenses every month is $108,000 a month. That's what we spend. Oh dear, I feel sorry for you people. Yeah, word. An old man gossiping. Oh dear. The idiot from LNC told him not lying and want to give him free publicity today. Because tomorrow they will pay him. No, on Monday, when the banks open, Alamajiri will pay him. They said, keep talking. I'm responding because they invited him to a program that Onyeka Onwenu was in, somebody I have respect for. And Nyawodo was there. Somebody I abhor because he's a traitor. Nyawodo is a murderer and a traitor. I know that he knelt down to beg Tinubu to be governor. These days, the governors no longer see him. His car is spoiled. He doesn't have 100,000 to fix his car. Go and ask him. He will leader. The car that I use, people buy for me. So why do I need to go and buy the car? The idiots wrote story Nnamdi that Nnamdi Kanu ruined, hijacked, and derailed the network of grassroots struggles. Can you believe that? When I was on air saying start IPO the formula, he said I hijacked his structure. Who is telling that? From where? Where? How? How? Where and when? How? IPOB is on over 80 countries around the world. Oh dear me. People are liars. Nnamdi is a liar. Unrepentant liar. Working for Alamajiri. Working for Alamajiri. They think I don't know them. I do. I know them very, very well. I know them. They said he went to Otanja, went to Ariara, went to Obete. Tony Nahadi went to Obete, went to Ogonogo. Everywhere between Bonny and Abakaliki. Now he's adding Bonny. After I must have put that Bonny is Igbo. It's Obane. He's now adding it as well. I said, for a man, you refund me 20 million I gave you to betray my men. They went to prison because of it. Long detention because you betrayed them. I gave you 20 million naira cash. Return that money to me if you're a man. Return it to me. Because you're a thief. You're a thief. You're talking rubbish. After calling me, you now call me a criminal. Can you believe such nonsense? A criminal is not calling somebody as a criminal. Can you believe such rubbish? Huh? You're the one owing me money. You stole from me. Very tragic. Very tragic. He said that Mazi Kanu, who has been rock solid, of course I told you that. He spoke to me like a father to a son. You don't know. He advised me. I said to him, you have my number, I take your advice. Before you were recruited to be doing what you're doing. You never went anywhere. You are a nobody. If you come to Biafra tomorrow, they will steal you. You are a nobody. You are a nobody. You can do all your travel work with Channel TV and with BBC. If you see your leg on the ground in Biafra land, you will be stoned. I banished I said to them, no public meeting. I have met in public since then. If you say you're strong, you try now. And see what happens to you. We'll go everywhere. Everywhere. Lying. Went and drafted a very long thesis. Our Nnamdi Kanu destroyed LNC. I asked you, what is the meaning of LNC? You said it is Lower Niger Congress. I said, I asked how about Upper Niger? What about Upper Niger? I said, from the name of a river now to the lower river, I told you that you're a madman. Our worker was there. Our worker was there. Anything I tell you, I give you proof. If Asari is denying that he took money from me, Uchenna Sibu is there. He called me and I authorized it. I said, did you not speak to me when I sent my money to you? In Cotonou? How much did you want from me? 200 million. Because you're a hungry tout. You're nobody. You're a hungry tout that may have lifted up AK-47 assault rifle before. That's all. You're nobody. You're a hungry tout. Hungry tout. Everywhere. The brain behind what it is not Henry Oka. That's the brain behind all things you're doing. Do you have brain? Are you a strategist? No, you're not. Go to him. Let you. I said, okay, let us play. After you took my money, you talk to me again. After that, you disappeared. You're hungry, man. I'm telling you that you can also map back. So no, we are coming out with LNC. Nnamdi Kanu destroyed from nowhere. I don't sleep. I sleep maximum 4 hours every day. It's been that way since 2009. I work very hard. Very, very hard. Let me see if I can go and take some calls because the zoo army, this is what we are suffering. When we go out, they arrest us, they make our life difficult. The zoo army stormed the venue of our remembrance in Ahoda, West, in Iguata, and arrested more than 7 Biafrans and took them away. This is why people join IPOB. The more you arrest us, the more we continue. The more we come out, we keep arresting. The more we bring out, the more you arrest. That is why people, I don't abandon people. I don't. How people from Master in prison and in mortuary. Everybody that fell must struggle with full honors. And then that comes, then they will see what it means to have to honor. I don't know who is calling. Who is that very person calling now? I can't understand these people, for goodness sake. I can't understand them. We must continue. Somebody said, we must discuss it. And I must discuss this Niger Delta stupidity. There's nothing called Niger Delta. It doesn't exist. I respect the freedom that Agaka fought for because Zeke and all those people are very foolish. That is why we are doing things differently. We are going to a big village and visiting a family across the length and breadth of your land. And the borough was right to fight for Niger Delta Republic. He was right within his own conviction. But that doesn't mean that Niger Delta existed. If you're telling me about a job nationalism, I understand that. A job nationalism, of course, yes, I agree. Anything else is rubbish. Not like Niger Delta. At least our sister Anki Bridge now admitted that we are all related. She wrote it down, I wrote it on my wall. Now we are all related by blood. So what are you asking for? So who is that and who is not? Yeah, you know, Kabali cannot be Niger Delta because Kabali is also Igbo. Opobo is Igbo. Andoni is Igbo. So how can you divide something that is indivisible? We must debate it. No, I'm now sure that I'm going to debate it. Absolutely. And that's the matter of the still photoshopping. Today is for saboteurs. Today is for saboteurs. Because they made us to lose the war. Our fathers fought and died to save us. And the funny thing is that we still have to this day. And the worst part of it is that they are now using the name of Biafra and Igbo nationalism to deceive people. And you think I'm going to allow that to happen? Of course it won't happen. Not now, not tomorrow, not ever. Those in the zoo are still photoshopping their way to oblivion. 3 days ago was Children's Day. That 3 days ago, they said the Gura was there, was taking pictures with children. The same picture of a child they took last December, they republished. The girl had the same clothing on. But only this time, she's now wearing nail varnish. And somebody is telling me that there is somebody, a president in Asarok, when there is none. I'm waiting for coronavirus to finish. And we collapse the zoo. Not what that idiot is saying. Who knows him? What's he going to do? Nothing. It's attachment. It's like a tapeworm attached to the gut of people and sucking blood for free. He's like a Janjaweed he's representing. Funny. They have nothing. They are planning to be the pipeline from here to heaven knows where. But they have nothing, you know. Because we're around them. Because they have agents like our they have agents, food agents working for them. The same way that It's working for them. Do you know that almost 70% of people land is full of saboteurs? 70%. You don't know? 70%. There is one prosecutor in Omuahia. He's a full-fledged Fulani agent. To take a IUB to magistrate court, from there to high court. Nobody is asking for money. Very soon, we'll pay. I did say that today we'll be given by our people. I think by now, our person is a very beautiful song, national anthem. I think we may be able to go into that later. What time is it now? We've been nearly here for 2 hours, and I want to bring the program to a close. People we are calling before their time. They will just wait 1 or 2 people to be able to say something this very day. 1 or 2 people only to be able to say something, please. Our lines are open, and you know, if you want to call, you can call now, please. If you want to call, you can call now. If you call, we will be able to take your calls. If you call, we can take your calls, please. Our lines are open. Let me see who's calling. There is somebody on the line. Can you hear me? Can you raise your voice, please? Your voice is not strong enough. Raise your voice. Your name and where you're calling from.
Hello, sir.
Yes, give us your name and where you're calling from.
I'm calling from Italy. Good evening.
So, good evening to you. Your voice is very low. Your voice is very low. Why?
I'm calling from Italy.
Yes, go ahead. What's your name? What is your name? He wants to get himself by the system. The caller on the line, can you hear me? I have the caller on the line, can you hear me? No. That's the problem we have. People call but they don't say anything. They call, they don't say anything, and the line crashes. So that brings us to the end of our proceedings today. We have come to the end of our program today. It's a day that we have remembered our heroes and obliterated the traitors within us. And I thank each and every one of you very much for listening. And as we always say, without any, no, not at all. We have come to the end of our program. We have come to the end of the program. We have finished. Come to the end of the program. Biafra is a religion. Here on radio, Biafra is worship. Because Elohim, is our God. From me, from here, it is good evening.